So was the moon landing real or was it fake? Honestly, I don't know. So we're gonna find out together. I have my own opinion. I'm not really too sure about it, but maybe this video will change my mind. You see my opinion in the video. But yeah, enjoy the video.
Sort this whole thing out once and for all. And at number 9, we have one of the most common critiques of the Apollo
Okay,
landing.
this was a big one. This one now let's get into what I wanted to see. Why was there no stars in the picture? Now this was an actual good question that I have.
Footage and photographs, the lack of stars. Not just lack.
That is, let me wipe my screen real quick because it looks like there's stars. That is approximately 0 stars in this picture, and I was confused why. Why isn't that? Because you can see stars from space, right? How is there 0 stars in this entire picture? I think it's 0. I have dust on my screen.
Actually, there are no stars to be seen, just a flat black background. Now, we've all looked up at the night sky and seen the cluster of stars above, especially those of us who don't live in big cities. The sky is filled with things. So how is it that these astronauts who are all the way up in space on the surface of the moon itself didn't capture any stars in their footage?
Camera quality. No stars. I can take a picture of the stars from here. I have pictures of the stars from here, so you can take one on the moon. This one, I don't know about this one.
Put stars in the background, so this doesn't really prove anything, but I'm not so sure. The endless void of space coated in twinkling stars would be a pretty difficult image to replicate, especially in 1969. So perhaps they opted to just leave them out altogether in hopes that no one would notice. But we noticed. I noticed. Perhaps you did too. The waving American flag. To leave once out, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong had successfully landed on the moon,
one as well.
They planted the American. Skeptical viewers once again saw something fishy in the footage. Flags are known to blow in the wind. That's kind of why they're made the way they are. Things look cool when they blow gloriously in the wind. Only there's just one problem. There is no wind in the vacuum of space. So it seems odd to me that the flag would be blowing as it were perched on a porch by a sea.
Space? Wait, there is wind in... Yes, there's wind in space, but it's not like air. It's not air like on Earth. Space wind consists of high-speed streams of charged particles plasma released by stars known as solar wind. Oh, this is near the sun though. This isn't really near a star. So that is technically wind in space. It's just
side town. It's been said that it was set up specifically.
It's a good point. I don't know. I actually don't know. Like I believe. By the way, I believe the moon landing is real. I believe it's real. But I wouldn't be, like I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if it was fake. Okay, this is a picture of them unrolling it. Okay, fine. But this doesn't explain why it's... Actually, no, it said solar wind, so I guess that makes sense. Well, there is no air to carry or push a sail. The movement of charged particles is the closest thing to a physical wind on the surface. This dust can be a major hazard for future, whatever this means, mission because it is sharp, abrasive. Doesn't act like wind. This is what I'm saying. So, would it... Because this is saying that it carries... the movement, it doesn't like push stuff or carry sound. Like a sail is different to like wind on the earth where it goes like I don't know, it's a little bit sus, but with technology they had back then, it was cheaper to do it on the moon than to fake it. That's definitely not true. That's 1,000%. There's no way it's cheaper to go to the moon than to fake a moon landing. That's 1,000% true. I mean fake. You could just do, like, it costs, like, what, billions to go to the moon. Maybe millions. It might not be.
Believer in the moon landing being real? Well, let me throw another monkey wrench into your beliefs. In one famous photo taken of Buzz Aldrin, we see Neil Armstrong in the reflection of his visor. Now, any reflection is going to show exactly what's right in front of it. So why is it that there doesn't seem to be a camera in Armstrong's hands? Perhaps someone else took the picture, but it was said there were only 2 of them there. So once again, I cross my arms in disbelief, sir. This one has been the picture.
Wait, I just realized what they mean by this picture. They mean that, that someone's someone's holding the camera, like he should be holding the hammer and the camera should be facing him and you can see a reflection, but there actually is no one there.
Seemed to be a camera in Armstrong's hands. Perhaps someone else took the picture, but it was said there were only 2 of them there. So once again, I cross my arms in disbelief, sir. This one has been apparently explained by NASA, saying that Armstrong had a camera mounted in the front of his suit, but I still don't see it. Where's the camera? Hashtag, where is the camera? I want to know. Maybe NASA is refusing to admit that there was a whole studio crew involved in this so-called mission, and and reveal any big secrets. Speaking of film quality for a moment, though, let's talk about the quality of the photographs themselves. This was 1969. These men were in space They were not professional photographers, they were astronauts. So why did these photographs look so high quality, almost cinematic? Some of them look like images from movies you'd see on the back of a DVD. Yes, as I just discussed, movies could look exceptional, even back then, but I must stress once again, Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong didn't make a living as cinematographers. Have you ever looked at family photos from the late 1960s? They look like...
No, this is a dumb point, though. The camera quality, bro, you can easily just learn to do picture take. It's not that hard. You can learn it in, what, like a month? Not even a month. Give me like 3 sessions, you can learn it. It's not that hard.
They're in space. I, for one, would not be calm and collected enough to take an amazing photograph. But if you're in a studio with Stanley Kubrick on set, you know what I'm getting at. Next up, we have similar backdrops. In a number of photos taken on this moon photo shoot, people have pointed out several instances where the backgrounds appear all too similar. It's almost as if they were filming in a studio with rather limited space at their disposal and only a certain amount of matte paintings backdrops. Now, yes, this is the moon. It's not like there's much to look at. And sure, maybe several of the pictures were, of course, taken close together, but some of them were stated to have been taken miles apart, and yet they don't appear to have been. For two men that had an entire moon to themselves, you'd think that the backgrounds would have looked a bit more varied. Instead, we see photos, the same hills, the same rocks. Well, I'll tell you what I think. I think that I'm not fooled. Proof of...
Nah, China's been scored with spy birds for real? Pictures being spies, I don't know, but I can see the argument for animals being made as spies, but I don't know. I can see it. I don't believe it, but I can see it. So far, no stars my biggest one. Me too. The biggest one for me is no stars. There's no way you don't see any stars in space. Space are useless.
Supposedly taken on the moon, there's one rock that some hawk-eyed skeptics have pointed out. A rock that seems to be labeled with the letter C. Now, unless a crew of Martians landed on the moon before us, who also happen to share our alphabet.
Okay, this is dumb. This one could just be like, you can find like little inscriptions on anything. It could just be like, I don't know, something came and scratched it, and it had this inscription. I don't know, like, I don't think it's someone drew this. Why would they keep this in as well? This is dumb.
See, now unless a crew of Martians landed on the moon before us, who also happen to share our alphabet, it seems highly unlikely that a space rock would have a perfectly shaped C etched into it naturally. This has led a number of people to deem this rock a prop. Perhaps it was turned over by accident, or the photographer accidentally took the photo at the wrong angle, but I, for one, find this very suspect. What does the C stand for? Maybe it's just how the props are organized. A, B, C,
yeah, it's built to big conspiracy theories,
or maybe this C stands for con. Or cheat. Take your pick. Some have pointed that what appears to be a C on the rock didn't actually appear in the original NASA prints, but who's to say, really? When we take the other evidence into account, again, it seems highly suspect.
Get started in a number 10 spot. This theory is a little far-fetched in my personal opinion, but some
who the hell is this guy?
theorists believe that the footage was filmed in a studio and the editors reduced the speed to slow motion in order to mimic the low gravity conditions. It has been suggested that if you increase the speed of the footage by about 2.5 times, the astronauts appear to be moving in Earth's gravity. They also believe to account for the astronauts jumping high, hidden cables and wires were used. In at lucky number 7, we have the mysterious object. When the photographs of the moon landing was released to the public, theorists noticed a mysterious object in the reflection of an astronaut's helmet from the Apollo 12 mission. They claimed that this object appeared to be hanging from a rope or wire, which led to some to suggest that this is an overhead spotlight that can typically be found, of course, in studios. To this day, this
Wait, let me see the picture again. I don't know about that one.
Astronaut's helmet from the... This is an overhead spotlight that can typically be found...
I mean, I see it, but I don't know.
Today, this object still remains unexplained, but due to poor quality of the photograph, maybe this was done on purpose, I don't think we're ever gonna know what this object really was. The Apollo missions to the moon were the first ever attempted to transport humans through this belt. Many people believe that the levels of radiation emitted from this belt should have cooked the astronauts when they attempted to pass by this belt, despite the many layers of aluminum coating they had on. However, NASA argued that the astronauts were only exposed to this radiation for a short amount of time, so they only received a very small dose of it. Blowing its way into number 5.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, what the hell was the end of that video, bro? That was so weird. It went from, you were about to say point number 1, and then he went to this guy who said he said top 10, but went to 5. I don't know. Hello, yo, what's up, Oscar? I never want to live on Mars. You wouldn't want to live on Mars? Why would you not want to live on Mars? Or like, or just anywhere. I would want to, actually, no. No, I would, but I would be scared. Okay, but think about it. If there was like, there's terrible weather. Okay, but think about it. If it was like, so look, if it was something like this, like there was actually like, there was like homes, there was like, you know like how Spies were saying earlier about the dome theory, like this. If it was a dome like this, I wouldn't mind it. But then again, if this breaks, you're kind of ducked. You're ducked in the A. You can't really do anything about it.